Daredevil episode 9, Born Again. Straight to Hell is what it's called. A definite difference in the writers, the way the episode was presented. Um, and even the pace of it was different too. But let me start with you, Birla. What you thought of episode 9, Straight to Hell?
It's like you were saying that the pace to it was right on the money. Everything between them, the chemistry was amazing between Frank and Daredevil. So I don't want to give too much spoilers, but
Nah, we're gonna go spoiler. We're gonna go spoiler.
but
We'll just let us say it. It's gonna be spoiler.
I'll be some spoilers.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a spoiler
yeah,
home episode. The season's already over. It's already the last episode, so we're gonna go spoiler. So you go.
so yeah, so the chemistry between them fighting all those dirty cops. Oh man, it was movie quality. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Some of the scenes I was not ready for. It took me back like, whoa, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Those are the scenes we want to see.
yeah,
That's the where the show should be at. Not those other episodes that's been dragging.
yeah. When watching this episode, like a lot of things it felt different as far as how they were like going about with finishing off the mess that they had, because it was like everything was mixed up, everything was like all over the place this whole season. You could definitely tell that in this episode, the writers from the Punisher series on Netflix, you can see the difference in the tone as far as like the gore, the violence and stuff. And like with Punisher and his appearance and him not holding back like on some animalistic kind of like killing, like it felt like Frank Castle from the Netflix show. That I really liked. And just like everything, like it was like one big difference with this show is like you have the MCU shows that feel like stretched out movies and stuff, and even though this season was like mixed and all over the place and messy, it still felt like a series. This episode definitely felt like some season finale kind of an episode where they go straight to the point, straight to the action, straight to like finishing off the story for the season, but then they give you that those little hints of what's to come, and you're amped up and you're excited and you want more, and it left me definitely wanting more. So but
Definitely left me wanting more too. I ain't gonna front.
let's talk about first with let's start with Matt Daredevil. Like, what you
Mhm.
felt about him in this episode compared to the other episodes, and did it feel more like Daredevil? Because I felt like they gave us more with him with the suit and stuff, and just like little things that we've been wanting from this season.
Yeah, I feel like we got the Daredevil from the old Netflix show. I ain't gonna front. He was doing his thing.
Yeah,
He was full blooded Daredevil there. I ain't gonna front.
yeah,
He was mad as hell at Frank, but he had to do what he got to do.
yeah. And then like little things, like as far as like when they start off, right? They continue with the bullseye and doing the whole shooting, and Matt goes in front and he takes the bullet. He's in the hospital, and I found it interesting that when he's waking up in the hospital and stuff, and Heather's there to console him, she puts her hand on him and he's like calling Karen, and you could tell on her face that she didn't really like that at all. Like, she basically was like, wow, like, I'm here for you and you just mentioned somebody you work with, another female's name and not mine. So what do you thought about that one?
I thought it got spicy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought she was gonna pop it off on him.
Yeah,
She he lucky it's a Disney show.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. He's
Yeah, she
lucky.
got she you could see the jealousy in her, and then it was like more like he was trying to talk to her. Well, she was trying to talk to him. Excuse me, she was trying to
Mhm.
talk to him in the last episode, and he was just like ignoring because he was listening to what Kingpin and his wife was saying, Vanessa.
Yeah,
And then in
yeah.
this episode, he just goes and starts off with the right away, mentioning Karen, and that just like really just like was like the icing on the cake. She was like, nah, I'm being pushed to the side. He doesn't even care. He's not even thinking about me. So I thought that
Yeah,
was like a funny little thing. And I'm curious to see what happens in the next season with her, because it
yeah,
doesn't end well for her in the comics at
yeah.
all.
But the funny thing is that you was mad that he called you Karen. Wait till you see him with Karen.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna get even worse.
Yeah,
So I don't know
yeah,
what to tell her, bro. Love is blind. That's all I can tell her.
yeah. Um, so what do you thought about the little Kingpin Junior kid? What do you think of him?
He give me lost son vibes. Like I swear
Yeah,
to God.
Michael Gandolfini, the son
I-
of yeah,
yeah, he give me like
Tony Soprano's son.
he gave me like I could be his kid, lost kid or something. Like I don't know. He trying hard to be the next one though. He trying to be just like Kingpin.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, like I was telling you, like Kingpin had Wesley, and Wesley was his right hand and best friend that was doing a lot of the extra stuff. Like somewhat like a little bit what Cashman Buck is doing, but not as much as what Wesley was really doing for Kingpin. So this kid seems like he's probably, if they continue, might be
Yeah.
the new Wesley that is Kingpin's right hand that does all the negotiations and all the little business and grimy corporate stuff behind the scenes
Could
and
be.
stuff.
It could be. That could be
Yeah,
his new recruit.
yeah, exactly. What you thought of Vanessa's character throughout this whole season?
Vanessa's she giving me fucking Kingpin vibes. She
Yeah,
just like her husband.
yeah, she's
She took
definitely
over
his
like
counterpart.
yeah, she took over like it was nothing. Like it was a Tuesday for her.
Yeah,
Like, you know what? You don't want to be the kingpin no more? Then I'ma do it.
yeah. She's
You
basically she's basically in competition with the wife from Mobland, and that's another show that people should check out, Mobland. But she's
yeah,
like she's kind of like as much grimy as her too, like the
yeah.
whole conniving kind of like
Mhm.
wife that's definitely in the business doing things just like them and just as bad or just as worse. So I thought she was interesting in this season as far as like they really emphasize her really being Kingpin's wife and not just a trophy wife and not just some woman on the
Oh,
side
no.
that he's in love with.
No, she's ruthless, just like
Yeah,
him. That's why
she
they was
is.
made for each other. They ruthless.
She is. She is
She
definitely is. Like, I mean, I can't really ask about Karen because Karen wasn't hardly in the season as much like that. So, she ended up popping up in the last episode. So,
but
um,
she but she ride or die.
yeah,
She pulled up. She pulled up.
yep.
She didn't have to come. She could have just sent Frank.
Yep, and she did. She basically ends up calling Frank and stuff, and
Mhm.
and that's what I want to ask you too. What you thought about that part where Matt is asking her, so what's going on? You called Frank and stuff, and not me. So I kind of felt
Mhm.
like it was like the other person would the normal person would think, oh yeah, he's just saying that because he doesn't want Frank because Frank is too violent, too brutal, and he prefer it more cleaner. But to me, it felt like kind of like Matt was like, I don't know, jealous or something because he's like more touchy, closer. He wants to get closer to Karen again. So, what do you thought about that one?
I thought it got soap opera real quick. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie to you. Cause
yeah,
you notice when she left, he was still on her body.
yep,
So it's gonna be another love triangle. I'm telling
yep,
you. I don't know what Karen usually don't be that good.
yeah, yeah.
Karens don't be that good, but that Karen right there got these men going crazy.
Yeah, because you can see it in Punisher, right? You can see in Frank Castle the way
Yeah,
he was like, I did you the favor, and he had like the emotional face when she's walking out, and he's like, I did you the favor, I came, like basically saying, yo, I did this for you, I would do anything for
yeah.
you, and she was like, yeah, you did, but she's trying to like restrain herself because she's like, she likes Matt. But she knows she feels like Frank likes her too, and she's trying to like play it safe if you want to say, but
Oh,
it
of
looks like it's
course.
gonna blow up. Looks like it's gonna blow up. Like,
Bro, at the end of the day, she know what Frank's about. He bodying people. He not trying to hear none of that talking. You're a bad guy, then you're going to get shot. That's it.
Exactly.
and she not with that. So Frank got to change his whole ordeal to even get next to that Karen.
Yeah.
So he better, but you could tell he was on her body when she left. He
Yep.
was still staring at that door.
Yep. Yep.
Like he could feel her aura behind it.
Yep, it's gonna be something that's gonna like stir up more and more for season two. You could tell it's gonna be some kind of like like Frank and Matt have like a respect for each other. Frank doesn't like Matt doesn't like that Frank kills and stuff, but still
Mhm.
they're gonna work together. But there's gonna be like some kind of friction, like we both like the same girl, so it's like now we gonna go at it and stuff. So I thought that was interesting, an interesting thing that they could add. But now I want to ask you and stuff. They didn't do him justice. I want to ask you about the Muse. What you thought of the Muse, and what is your hard opinion about what they could have done with the Muse?
I think Muse was a waste of a character.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he was way more than what they did with.
Yep.
Like I feel like the writers they had rushed it. Like to me, he was at least another season villain.
Yep.
He he wasn't like the villain to kill in this season. You feel me? Like that's how Fire Muse was to him. Like that was like his Joker type. Like he can't even see Muse type of shit. Like so it's like for y'all to really disrespect him like that, it was it was horrible.
Yep. And like I was telling you too, like you could tell the different writing, like they wanted to do so, like the original writers probably wanted to do something with the Muse. That's why like with the Muse some of the scenes and episodes was like kind of like rushed and like paced. So I guess the new
Mhm.
Punisher writers and stuff, Dario Sarcopane, I gotta look up his name, but I hope I didn't butcher his last name. But when you see the difference with the in between episodes, and then those the first episode and the last two episodes, you can see the tone. Like I think if they would have like focused, like if they would have had time to focus on the Muse, I think he would have been done justice. Like I like what they
Mhm.
did with him so far with the little things. Like you're right. Like I felt like he could have been Daredevil's Joker. Like he could have been
Mhm.
like that sick crazy. But what would have been more crazy if they would have like gave him like the actual, at least if they're not gonna give him all his powers from the comics, at least give him some of that sensory thing where Matt can't detect him. It's hard to fight him. He's freaking damn basically like almost like invincible. Like it's hard to freaking damn go at it with him because you don't know where he's gonna be at. Because that's how freaking like he's a problem. Like the Muse is a problem, and he's very very formidable freaking enemy for Daredevil or anybody. So I think that if they would have like had time, they could have did better with him. And yes, I do agree he would have been a Joker to the Daredevil and stuff. So I want to jump into Kingpin. So what you thought of Kingpin, and what's your thoughts on Kingpin in this episode?
You talking about Mayor Fist,
Yeah, Mayor
aka
Fist.
aka Mayor Kingpin?
Yeah, Mayor
Let's
Kingpin. Mayor
man, let's
Mayor crush watermelons too. Yeah, crush
yeah.
cantaloupes and
You could
squash and yeah,
you could tell he watched wrestling when he grew up.
yeah,
But yeah, he was on his Kingpin shit. You know, he brung it. He brung it back. He wasn't trying to hear that Mayor Fist shit no more. He
yep.
was fed up. He was fed up. That was it. His wife cheated, got the buns to somebody else. It was over. He had to clean up house and come back.
And you just reminded me about that he's been watching wrestling because it reminds me of the wrestler Crush, and his special
Eh,
move was that
Yeah,
cranium
yeah.
crunch. I think it was
You
called
know,
something.
you don't have to throw it back.
But
You know.
yeah, but
But exactly, exactly. Probably a couple of more wrestlers out there probably pull that move.
not
But
not like how Kingpin freaking now
oh
completely like yo like
yeah, he was wild, and his hand grip was like he ripped that guy's whole jaw off. Like it was like
But that's
I
what
couldn't believe it.
Kingpin's supposed to be. Like if I was like writing Kingpin and looking at all the comics and all that, and like how Kingpin's supposed to be like strong and all this other stuff, like to make him imposing, that's what you want to see from Kingpin. Yes, people's not big fans of violence. Yes, there's lots of people that are, and we don't need to see always violence, but this episode with that one scene where he takes the commissioner's head and crushes it in is like basically
Yeah,
showing like, yo, this guy's no joke. This guy's freaking
yeah.
damn like strong and just like scary. Like everybody looked at him like they all, and then that's what I like too. I like that he had the cops there, he had Buck and all of them to watch him just crush this guy's head right in front of them and make an example like, yeah, I'm in here, this is how things is gonna be done, whether y'all like it or not. So that's what Kingpin's supposed to be. So I liked that.
Yeah, that's when you knew Mayor Kingpin was born. When he did that, you knew Kingpin was back. No
Yep.
more of that talking.
Yep.
Martial law, bitches. Be home
Yep.
at 8 o'clock, or you getting shitty chitty bang bang.
Yeah.
Cause he not playing. He's
Yeah.
not playing.
Yep.
He's not playing.
Now with everything, going crazy with this martial law in the city, and Kingpin basically, becoming Mayor Kingpin now. Now is like it's just like, no holds bar. He's not gonna care about the law. Now everybody that's working for him gotta do what he says. And now he's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be restrained like how we seen early in the season where he's just, trying to play it by the book. No, now it's gonna be on some real killing people, grimy stuff. Now a lot of corruption, and I love it. I love it. It's like it's gonna be like some straight war. Like, you got the corrupt going against the people that gotta fight back, which are the vigilantes, and I just love it. It's just gonna season two should be a lot of action, a lot of craziness should be happening. Like almost
Mm-hmm.
like the whole city is like in war, like in turmoil or something, and it's gonna be freaking damn exciting. So I want to
Yeah.
ask you too. So we waited for him throughout the whole season and stuff. We got a little snippet of him, him talking to Matt, letting him know, so, what about Foggy? And he throws it at Matt, and he's like, yo, why you this, that, whatever. So I want to ask you, what you thought of Punisher being back, and how did they do with the Punisher in this episode?
Bro, I told you the chemistry was amazing.
Yeah,
Every time they was in the room, it was like you don't. That's all you want to hear. That's all you want to watch. It's
yep,
just them. It
yep,
was like the best part of the episode. Like I'm not gonna front you.
yep,
Like they need to make a whole spin off of just them, like
yep,
dead eyes.
yeah.
That's what they need to do. Frank
Just that
Castle
whole
and them.
relationship, them
Mhm.
going back and forth.
Yeah.
Frank got his back, Matt got his back. It's just is awesome. Like the way they did that fight scene, and it was just like done.
Yeah.
Like, and then imagine how it could be when you got like all the defenders and stuff going at it. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
get crazy. Like,
Yeah.
the the first defenders was good because they was going against the hand. So I want to see how they're gonna do with this. Cause remember, you still got Bullseye out there, but the thing is,
Mhm.
Bullseye's like the wild card because he don't want to fuck with Fisk. He doesn't want to fuck with Kingpin. So it's like he still hates Daredevil, but he hates Fisk too. So it's gonna be like, one enemy on the side, which is Bullseye. So he's gonna be another headache, and then you got the corrupt cops and stuff. So, and I thought Cole North, the cop, they
Mhm.
basically showed in the episode that he was the cop with the Punisher vest that killed Hector Ayala, White Tiger. And,
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting too, that, right there, Matt was gonna black out. Like he was just thinking about it, like, what happened to Foggy, thinking about friggin' this guy, Hector Ayala crying when he got that not guilty verdict and stuff. And he looked like he was gonna black out. And Frank, you heard Frank. Frank was like, yo, just do it, Red. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just body him. Matt was like, nah, 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 I can't do that, I can't do it. But you see how freaking Frank was gonna kill him and stuff. But I thought Cole North was gonna survive and end up, maybe in season two. But I don't know.
You never know. They never show no bodies. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna say and lie to you.
yeah.
They didn't show no bodies.
They didn't show
But
nobody. And
But
the
I
reason
like
why
how
we're
they
saying
flip
that,
it.
folks, sorry to cut you off. The reason why we're saying that is because Cole North in that scene where Daredevil and Punisher's fighting, Cole North is on the ground. They do a little tag team. It got Cole North all freaking on the ground, hurt and stuff. And, Matt could have killed him and stuff. He did it. Punisher wanted to kill him, didn't. But somebody threw a grenade and they end up freaking running out and throwing themselves out the window and landing on top of a car. So, which I thought was cool too. I loved how Punisher Frank just didn't even care about if he had Matt with him or nothing. He was jumping without the billy club or anything, just land wherever he was gonna land. And I love that. That he's like an animal, a psycho. He just freaking then just throws himself. But the whole floor, I would say, blew up. So I don't know how he's gonna survive that, but I thought Cole North was gonna come back, so we'll see.
Nah, he dead. He got to be
Yeah,
dead. He
yeah.
got to be done in there. That whole
And
floor was gone.
because you already know the comics, you don't really kill off everybody. Like I don't like when series like live action series or even movies want to kill off characters right away. Like, yeah, okay, you want the satisfaction that the hero ends up winning and killing or whatever, but I think it's just like interesting, like in a comic world and stuff, or in the
Yes.
superhero world. In the comics, they still go at it back and forth, and
Mhm.
Bullseye's no pushover. Like the guy freaking
No.
is no joke. He's freaking damn pretty
Mhm.
powerful and a pimpy villain. So I would think, use him a lot more and give him the signature freaking damn bullseye symbol and everything. So, but this guy Muse, the way his powers are, and just like the mysteriousness of him or whatever, they could pull it off, bring him back in some kind of way. Don't know how, but they could. But I would like to see that. Another thing, talking about wasted characters, is like I know that the driving force of this season was like the corrupt cops, and then they go and they arrest this guy for so-called killing the cop, and he didn't kill him. The guy fell into the train, and then Hector Ayala goes to the thing. And I know that Hector Ayala's story was the driving force of the season, but it's like I would have liked to see if they showed him a lot more. Like I know we discussed this in the last episode, but in the
Mhm.
overall for the overall season, it would have been nice if they would at least gave him like a side by side with Daredevil. It would have been cool. Like give him some burn. Like he didn't really a video in a bodega. That's about it. So I
Yeah.
thought missed opportunity with that too.
Yeah. I feel what you mean. Like, shout out to the animated joints because that's how they would have been.
Yep.
But it's like I feel like I don't think they should have killed him. I know his in real life, rest in peace, he passed away, but I feel like they should have never killed him. I feel like they should have just sent him to the hospital
Yep.
and proved the point. You feel me? Like, don't get it twisted.
Yep. Because
But
I know he
but to
dies. I know he dies in
yeah,
the comics. We know he dies, but
yeah,
you
but it
could have
was
stretched
rushed.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was rushed. It was rushed. I feel like we should have got, like you said, a shot with him and Daredevil.
Yep.
Cause it's like we didn't get that shot. We got
Yep.
cheated out that shot.
Oh, it would
And
have
in
been
the
more
con
emotional, like if
yeah,
it would have been more emotional if like if he actually fought side by side with Matt and stuff, and they like kind of like got
yeah,
to know each other, and then when they kill him, now is more of an emotional driving force. Like I still felt it a little bit when they show him crying and stuff, and then
yeah,
that that the actor really died and stuff. He passed away. May he rest in peace. And he was
yeah.
going through pain and all this through the cancer of filming the season or the episodes that he did. But I don't know. I just would have thought it would have been more emotional, more of a connection or something. I don't know. But I thought that was a wasted opportunity with
Yeah.
that one. So,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm happy that you brung that up because I was really upset how they really killed him because it was like, bro, these superheroes run on rooftops. Why was he walking and running across the street? Like what? Like
why
that's
is
the
he on
best you
foot?
got?
Yeah, why is he
Yeah,
on
like
foot? Why is he just walking like a normal person with a costume on? Like,
yeah, like I don't think we see that much of Daredevil running in the streets like that. You feel me? He's always on rooftops.
and
White Tiger's
that's
another
why I'm
rooftop.
telling you. That's why I'm telling you. It has to be that those parts, those episodes, was the other writers. Now I could be wrong, and stuff, but still, it just feels like little chip choppy episodes of little this, a little bit of that, and then they
yeah,
thought that that it was a complete thing, but like people could notice, like you get like little tease of this, a little tease of that. The episode with Muse was rushed and stuff. The whole freaking damn arc with Hector Yala was rushed. The only thing that stretched it out was the niece and stuff, so they already pushing that. The thing you could tell with the other old writers that they were like pushing stuff like Miss Marvel and like hinting the Young Avengers. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about the Young Avengers. I'm watching Daredevil for Daredevil. And yes, Punisher is not a part of the show, but he is a part of the show because he's fucking damn working with Matt and stuff, so it makes sense. Miss Marvel's not gonna be doing nothing with Daredevil. Like, yeah, maybe in the future if they do something or whatever, but the tone of the show is what we want from Netflix. That type of tone that Daredevil had. And it was just like the hinting of Miss Marvel and all these other characters that, come on, like, and like the White Tigers, like they already freaking damn pushing that out there. Like, yeah, no, she's gonna become the White Tiger in the future, but like you could have waited. You could have waited. You could have waited to
mhm,
put all that, and you could have did your own season just to introduce all these characters. You didn't need to use the little damn airtime to put in all this little Easter eggs and little hints of, oh yeah, this girl and this person is gonna join the team. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, I really don't care
yeah,
about that. So you could
yeah,
tell's the other writers in that.
yeah. It's like I said, they wasting their money on dumb shit. Like,
Yep.
stop wasting your money on that.
Yep.
Waste your money on what we want to see, and that's explosions. You know what I'm saying? More Daredevil on the rooftops, running around, some decent cameos. That's what we want. We don't. I don't care about no pop in the office. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't. Young
Yep.
Avengers, hey, put that on Disney in the morning or something. Put that on Toon Disney. I don't care,
Yep.
but don't put it in my show.
Punisher goes to the hideout of the fanboys, and like how Frank Castle always doesn't care. He just walks in there and stuff, ends up killing a few, and then he gets all beat up by them and stuff, and eventually gets captured. So I want to ask you what you thought of that too. That Kingpin in his basement, how he had, the Adam, I think his name was, the guy that Vanessa cheated with, and he got killed by Vanessa's own hands. But the basement's all filled with cages. They got the swordsman in there. They got Punisher. So, what do you thought about that? That the Kingpin has like these people chained up, shackled in their basement or whatever they have them something.
I feel like, like I know y'all trying to keep that Disney that gritty look of the city and all that, but I be feeling like they don't be using Kingpin's money right. Like, this is the Kingpin. This is the mayor. Like, why y'all cages look like dog cages? Like, I feel
Yeah.
like he should have had a better setup. You feel me? Like, you don't you have vigilantes in there. You don't got dogs in there. You don't got cats. Like, I feel like they don't be using his money or something. Like, they Disney, stop it. Y'all got the bag. Spread that right.
I understand. I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know why they probably did that? It's because you got to think of it as this. This is going to be like a test run for them. Even though they already greenlit season 2, but you got to think
Mhm.
of it as this. Disney Marvel has lost so much money from all the other projects they've done. They spent a lot of money on even the series too, not just the movies to get it done, because it takes a lot of money to do all that production to get that quality and stuff. So I
Yeah.
figure they probably went like simple for this time, but like since season two's coming out, you're gonna see like the production part is gonna kick up more. It's gonna get better. It's gonna be a bigger difference, and I'm hoping it is. It should be. With the writers now that they have from the Punisher series, and then you're gonna have everyone else that's supposed to come back, the Defenders. So they're gonna be there also. So the post credit scene too shows that Frank ends up getting a fanboy to talk to him in the cage, and he like freaking them. I guess butters up the guy like, oh, what's your name? Oh yeah, I appreciate you this doing this, blah blah blah.
Some
And the guy like a
fool.
fanboy, the cop like a fanboy, like a stupid ass, ends up giving his hand when Frank puts his hand through the space of the cage, like, yo, shake my hand kind of thing. He gives him the hand, and you already know what the obvious is gonna happen. Freaking Frank pulls him in, breaks his damn arm, and gets out. So I don't know if Frank is gonna let the other people out, including the swordsman, and then they join up with Matt to do the like what the ending hinted, where you got the team. Like first he got the Asian cop, which was Cherry's old partner. You got Cherry, you got the with Josie in the Josie in Josie's bar. All of these people that are helping Matt fight, I guess, the corrupt cop and the martial law that they have. But now when season two happens, you get, Luke Cage, you get Iron Fist, you get Jessica Jones, and then Punisher, and maybe Swordsman. And now that the new Spider-Man's coming out, brand new day, he's supposed to be in New York City now. It should be that he's in New York City doing fighting crime or whatever. If they were smart, and what makes sense is that if there's martial law and this guy Kingpin hinted all people like, in spider costumes and all this other stuff, right? They could bring Spidey in there. And I don't care if it's Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, or even Tom Holland. Like, put Spider-Man in there. Like, it just makes it more authentic, more like that actual, like the comics and the animated series. What do you think about that one?
That's a fact. It's like I was telling you earlier. I don't care who they don't even got to show his face.
Yeah,
I'll take the guy in the spider suit all day. You
exactly.
could do a voiceover. All I care. You don't even got to pull up.
Yep.
Like you can stay
Yep.
where you at. We get somebody that looks like you, you're fit, and send them out there.
Yep.
All we need from you is your voice. That's all we really need.
Yeah. I think it would be awesome to see. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man's not gonna kill, but Spider-Man can help out, nabbing people up, and webbing them up and doing what he does and stuff while Daredevil's beating the shit out of other people, and Frank is gonna do his thing, and the rest of the defenders are gonna do their thing too. And I would like to see if Elektra comes back too. Like I want to see
Yeah.
if they just start bringing everybody back and just
I would
bring
love
them
it to
back, man. Bring them all back.
That'd be a perfect fit because Electra's a killer just like Frank. So them two will be killing while the other guy not killing nobody. Because you
Yeah.
already know.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
well, I'm like, but like I said, I would love to see a spin-off of just Frank and Daredevil facing off some trafficking evil bastards that it's okay to kill these guys. You know what I'm saying? Daredevil's gonna knock you out, but
Well,
he not that mad that Frank is killing you. You feel me? Like that's the type of spin-off I want to see next.
yeah. I love the episode. Yes, I want more. Yes, I want to be greedy and see more Punisher scenes, and even the
Facts.
the the buddy buddy, partner thing with Daredevil and
Mhm.
and Punisher going at it. It was just like a lot of chemistry. Just I love the whole them backing up one another. It's just amazing. Just imagine that with all the other defenders, and yeah, it's left me with wanting more. So folks, you leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think of Daredevil Born Again Season 1. What's your overall thoughts? Did you like this episode? Did it do it for you? And did it leave you wanting more?